Okay, so HTML images. So for us to add images to this to HTML, and then the image will be available, or the image will display in the browser. What you have to do, the best practice is to create a folder, create another folder inside your main folder, and then name it images, and then put your image inside those folders. So you can create the folders from here. You can see this one, say create a new folder. Click on it. Let's call it images. Images. It's an images folder now. The folder is empty. If we go to our file, let's go to our desktop. If we go to our desktop, as you can see we have here is the name of our HTML. Here's our main folder in VS Code. You can see here's the name HTML. Let me see it well. HTML project. That's the name of the folder we are inside. So inside this our folder now. This our folder now is something as this thing. Here is the HTML project. If you open this project now, you see index.html. This index, you will not see the extension, but this is an index.html. Then this is the folder that we created now, images. So inside these images, that's where we will add the whole of our image that we want to use in our editor. So to add images here, let me just add one image from my desktop. Let me double this. Let me control new, so it can be easy. So I can easily do this. So back to desktop. Okay. So back to desktop. I want to grab this image. I want to copy this image and bring it inside this image. This image is in my desktop. I want to bring this image now and copy it inside our image folder that we created in our VS Code. So to do that, let me do it this way. Let me open it. Just drag and drag. So it's now inside our VS Code. It's now inside our images folder. So let's close it. So as you can see now, if you open this image now, you can see it's inside our images. It's inside our image folder, the folder that contains the images. Okay. So to add the images to the HTML, what we simply have to do is just go to, let's say, use the elements img. You can type it manually, but the VS Code emet help us to highlight or kind of suggest what we want to write and auto fill it for us, and it makes the code more easier. So to bring in this image from this folder now, that's something I say in my recent videos. If you want to access anything inside, this is an attribute, source attribute and alternative attribute. This source attribute now, it have this, you have to put the value that you want. The value will be our image, the location of our image. So to do that, you just have to press // to list out everything inside the folder, which is this our folder now, our main folder. It will list out every content of our folder, our main folder. So inside this our main folder, we have images. So you click the images. So inside the images, we have this our image folder. Have this image. So we have now selected this image. So I think if we refresh now, the image is supposed to reflect on the screen. Yeah, the image is reflected on the screen, but it's too bold. But we'll still come to that. Let's add some style to the image by minimize, as in to reduce the image size to our own taste, or uh, to our own way we want to use it. So let's say style. Let's make use of width first. Let's start with width. Let me use width. Set this width. Let me give it 40 pixels. Let's start from there. It will be very small now. I think so. Yeah, you can see it's very small. So with this measurement, I can now increase or decrease the size of it. So let's say 400 pixel. Okay, you can see here's the image. I have the image here now. So you can add other things, but this is the simplest way to do it. Now there's this another attribute here, this alt, which is simply means alternate. This alt is an attribute that comes with this image. What it simply does is that when the image is loaded in a user's or client or visitors, or when somebody visits your website and there's issue with loading of the image, it will just present this alternative. Maybe there's poor network connection, or the image have been deleted, or whatever. So let's actually do something and see. You see how the alternative works. Let's say the alternative will be, let's use image. Okay, let's say this is image. This is image. This is okay. Let me. This is alternative to image. This is alternative. Yeah, alternative. This is alternative to image. Okay, image. So we have now added the alternative. So it will not do anything as long as the image is there. But when it's does when it actually come into play is when the image, there's an issue with this image here. For instance, let's just remove one letter from this image part. Let's just remove this B here and see what will happen. You can see, because it cannot locate the image again. We have problem with the part in the part of the image. So the system cannot locate the image file, so it automatically print out the alternative, which is this is alternative to image. So this one will remain like this as long as this image, there's issue with this image. So if you restore back the beach, you can see the image is now shown. So that is it for images. That is it for images. That is it for images. So you can do a lot of things with this. You can even make this image a clickable kind of sort of a link. For instance, you can just do something like we want when someone click on this image, they'll be redirected to a particular website or a particular page. So for instance, let's say for you to do that, just use a tag, remove this closing tag, Control S, paste it at the bottom. So this image is now clickable. You can see it's now a clickable link. It's now a clickable link. If you click it, it will redirect you to somewhere, but we have not created the place where it will be redirected. Okay, let's do that for the sake of this video. Let me create another let me create another file. Okay, let me call this one image. Okay, let me say okay, let's say about image images dot html. So this is the .html. Let me use a .html. I can use one .html. So inside this, let me just do something fun here. Let's do it. Okay, inside let me just do something. Let me just say because I want when the user is redirected inside to that page, the person will still see this image and some light ups, maybe some article describing the image or something like that. So let's just do another img 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 okay. Under it, let me say let me write it in head 3, so it will be a little bit smaller. Inside head 3, let me use London words of 50 London words. So this is what will be displayed. Okay, let me also give it a background color, so it will look more, it's background background color. Okay, let me use style in here. Let me use style in this background. Style attributes. Let me say background color. Let me just give it any random color. Let me say gray. Let me say gray color. This gray, I think it will make a bit more sense. So we have created our about image. So once when the user click this my image here, they will be redirected to about image. So let's close this. So we are still in our index.html, which is our main page. So let's refresh. Nothing will actually happen. Then let's click on the image again. Supposed to redirect us to this page. What is happening? Oh, okay. I have not added the link. I have not connected it with href. So dot slash. I want when the user click this image, let them be redirected to about image.html, which is our page. So it's now set. Refresh. So let's click this image. You can see. So they are now redirected. So we forgot to do something in the image. We're supposed to add some attributes and reduce the width of the image so it will not cover the whole screen. So let's do that here. Say style width, let's give it let me say 300 pixel. Okay, so okay, let's make it 400. Yeah, okay. So you can see now this is our main page. Once the user click this our image, they will be redirected to this our about image. Simple as that. So clicking on it like this, they'll be redirected to this place now. They will now read about our image and all that and all that. So you can actually put a link here that can redirect you back to the home page. You can actually just do it by going to this place. Let's say I want when the user click, want to give user easy navigation. to navigate to home page, let's say href, say back to home, I think is more better, and they will be redirected to index.html. So you can see I've added it here. I think it's more better. So if I now close this one now and go back to our image, our home page. So if you click this image, you'll be redirected to about MSC image. After reading and you want to go back straight to the home page, just click back to home page. See that you will be sent back to the home page. So that is it for images. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.